Hey guys, it's Marisha from MarishasCoutureCakes, and today we're going to make a Darth Vader buttercream transfer as a topping for our sheet cake. So I'm starting off with a stencil. I just traced a drawing of Darth Vader on the computer and just taped all of those papers down. So I've got a round tip here with some vanilla buttercream frosting, just a small round tip to get all those little thin lines. And you can start anywhere on the stencil. I'm going to start with the eyebrows. I guess they're not really eyebrows, but you know, they're where the eyebrows would be. He kind of has like a arch in his brow. So I'm starting in the center and then I'm letting it get thinner at the tip, and I'm just like letting it drag out to make it thin. Now the key to piping a nice straight line like this is to make sure that you lift off of the board at least 1/4 of an inch or so that you can have more control. And that way, if you start to kind of head in the wrong direction like I just did, you can kind of put yourself back on track and then let the buttercream fall to the paper, if that makes any sense to you. So that's just a way to have more control, and that applies when you're doing any type of buttercream writing or chocolate writing. It's basically a rule that really helps out. I'm filling in those eyes, and I'm also making sure to kind of run my tip through it so that I don't have any harsh lines in there. I want everything to be nice and smooth as possible. You could do that with a toothpick also, just kind of going over all those fill-ins. You just want to take your time. Again, if you feel like you have a shaky hand, just remember to not touch the board unless you absolutely have to. The only time that I actually really touch the board with my tip is when I was making a thick line and I needed it to build up a little bit more. And this is a crusting buttercream, so I let it sit for a few minutes so that I can go in with a toothpick and kind of push any of the lines in or out, or kind of straighten them up if I need to. We're going to put our buttercream transfer in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, using the same tip, I have some black buttercream, and I'm just going to fill in all of the rest of the face. There's a lot of little tiny thin gaps that we want to fill in. So to do that, we're going to apply a lot of pressure in all of those little spaces to force that buttercream to where it needs to go. And then of course for the bigger spaces, you can actually apply buttercream and then just kind of mush it all in together to avoid any harsh lines. Now I'm going to go over some of the white because I want this to generally be the same height. I don't want the white parts to be weaker and possibly fall through because they're not as tall as the black parts. So I'm just going to basically go over the whole face. Now I'm going to take a slanted spatula and very gently kind of even out that black buttercream and just spread it along. I don't want to go too harsh because I don't want to move any of that white buttercream. Although it is frozen, we still want to be careful. So that goes back into the freezer for at least 20 minutes because it's fairly thin. And now I have my sheet cake here. I actually got a spray paint machine for Christmas. Hey, Santa came to town. Decide where you want it to go, and then very slowly and gently peel away that paper, making sure not to break your buttercream transfer in half. So this is my Darth Vader birthday cake. Let me know what you want to see down below, and may the force be with you. Couture in a Darth Vader buttercream transfer. Bye guys. Hey guys, it's Marisha from MarishasCoutureCakes, and for this